name is Johnny Nojosa. I'm the Artistic Executive Director of SEISI.
My name is Jane Madrigal, and I am a visual artist, a muralist, and an educator.
My name is Michael Cortez with the Tierra Cafe and Bakery.
I think there's several things that are part of the purpose of an altar. I think, first and foremost is the tribute that you're paying to your relatives and the deceased family members, or whoever you're creating an altar for. I think that that reverence and honor is part of that. But I think that there's also something very cathartic about putting an altar together.
The purpose of an altar is to give light and energy to spirits, specifically. When dealing with the altars for your ancestors, you light the candle in memory of your loved ones that have passed to give them energy so that they can help you.
Well, the purpose of the altars are to really honor the dead, people who have passed on, ahead, and to prepare the kingdom for the people that are still here on earth, and we really is all about honoring those individuals who passed away.
Altar making is something that definitely needs to be taught to younger generations, and there's a multitude of reasons why. Young people have a disconnect between their heritage and their culture and who they are, and understanding that is a very important aspect of growing up. And I think more and more what happens with young people, regardless of their ethnicity, is that there is a large gap from knowing and understanding who they are and where they came from and who their ancestors and elders were.
I think it should be taught because of who I am and what I believe in. Obviously everybody has a different types of belief, but I feel for Mexican people who are indigenous people, it is important for us to reconnect with the land and our ancestors in order for us to begin the process of the decolonization of our minds. So I think it's very important for us to be exposed to the altar building process, not to mention the fact that a holiday that we celebrate, Day of the Dead, is a very specific Mexican holiday. Only people in Mexico celebrate that, or only people of Mexican descent traditionally have celebrated the Day of the Dead.
I think any of our traditions, we want to continue, with the younger generation. I mean, I myself, make sure to bring my children and see, these altars, and they have a feel for what it is and what it means, for them, and as they get older, and we not only with altares, but there's el pan de muerto that's associated with the Day of the Dead, the altares. I mean, it is important that that we continue those traditions and continue to encourage younger generations to learn. I mean, it's a wonderful tradition.
There is something magical about what happens when you spend some time putting an altar together for somebody that you love, and November 2nd comes closer and closer, and the placement of the flowers and the lighting of the candles and the thought and remembrance of who they were, why they're important, what you've learned from them. It's something that I think everybody should have an opportunity to think about.
When I build my altars, or I put my altars together, because of the spiritual connection that I was born with, it's very much a feeling of peace, a feeling of being connected to something that is greater and bigger than me, and also the feeling that it's not all about me in the world, that there's a whole cosmos out there that we're connected to, and you're just that little part of it.
What do you got down there, Diego? Dust.